One.
Hi. Yeah.
You know, we should get t-shirts made and you like your face and just blow it up on the shirt and just say hi.
Hi.
Like H
Just
I I I I I.
just a goofy pic like
I think I got a couple goofy ones
I know you
on
got a
my
couple
phone.
of
So
goofy ones. You got a picture of me eating a big ass smoky and Freddie just
and eating a pizza
hi.
and sleeping and but that's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rez Hockey. This is episode 104. My name is Trev, and with me is Bush. What's up, Bushy? He's in the nation's capital,
Ottawa.
Ottawa, for this week for work purposes. He's meeting with
Yes.
Prime Minister Trudeau
And Jagmeet Singh,
and Pierre Poilievre.
Polivier,
Um,
something like
So,
that.
as some
And
of you
what's new?
don't know, yeah, Bush was one of the behind the scenes for the convoy, so he has to go to Ottawa again.
you, you're gonna get me killed.
Don't at me. Say
Don't ask. Shit. I gotta. Do I love you? I'm like that.
yeah. So he has to be honest, he has court in Ottawa this week.
Please.
Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I don't know. Yeah, Bush
Fuck.
is in Ottawa for work, so
I'm
he's
gonna
at,
work conference. I'm not.
he has nothing to do with he had nothing to do with the convoy.
So
But yeah, he's on his iPhone.
yeah,
Yeah. What kind of hotel are you staying at? Is that a
I am at the Lord Elgin Hotel. It's probably about 80, maybe 90 years old.
really? It's
Like this
not
is
like
a
a
third.
Marriott or nothing?
No. This is a total entity by itself. Like we're talking like old school. Like there's slots in the hallway for the mail. Like back in the olden days, you could drop off a letter down the pipe, this mail slot, and then you go downstairs, you see a U.S. mail or Canada mail right on the side of the walls. It's pretty neat. Like just pretty. It's pretty neat. Like there's a lot of history where we're staying right now. Staying right across from Aboriginal Monument, I think it's called, or I can't remember the name of the title. I have to scroll through, but it's a testament. It's a. I'm so nervous right now. Sorry. No, but it's a monument. I checked it out. There's four natives on all four directions, and there's four major I guess we call animals. There's the bear, there's elk, there's moose, and there's the wolf, and they're all leading into
What was the
war.
last
It's
one?
a bear, moose, elk, and a wolf.
Oh, okay. Because you said wolf, like as if
Oof.
you were
No. Oh,
barking
oh,
like
sorry. It's
wolf.
the Aboriginal Veterans
Oh, monument. Ah.
monument. Yeah, it's really cool. Like there's four soldiers in four directions. There's four animals, probably the best kick-ass predators or whatever in in Canada, like the wolf, the bison, you know, just awesome. I'm gonna upload it if I remember how.
Go out there tomorrow and take a picture and upload it. Yeah,
Okay,
because it'd be
yeah.
cool to see.
Well, I'll do a 360 shot. Like I'll just do a walk around and look at it. It's really neat.
Hmm, that was neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to episode 104. I am on the traditional land of the Anishinaabe. I'm on Treaty
Don't
3
start.
territory, and Bush is on the traditional land of the Algonquins. And that's all I like. I'm bad
And
for
I'm
history. That's
and
all I
I'm
know that for that area in Ottawa. If you know, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know there's more than the Algonquins there, right? And I don't think
yeah.
I don't think there's a treaty in that
There
area. Eh?
there's unceded territory.
Yeah, unceded territory. That's the
Yeah.
word. So, yeah, we're in bushes in one end of the province and the in the other end.
Yep.
So I kind of dirty there. So yeah, welcome to 104. We're excited to have you join us. If you're listening on Apple, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Podbean, or you're watching us on YouTube. So thanks for joining us.
MySpace, high five. Where are you now?
What's that? Where are you now? Is that an old?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
probably about the same era as MySpace.
that's probably like dial-up ages, eh?
Yeah.
Um, well, you were
Hang on.
well, Bush was working. Today I was able to sit down with our guest for this week's episode. For this week, our guest is a former guest of the show, and he was, I think, I'm gonna check right now. I think,
Ooh.
guess who was at this week's episode guest? You were away on work, so you weren't. He was episode 6. Episode
Wasn't
6.
Toe Dragon, was it?
No, he was episode
Okay, good.
4 and 70. Episode 6 is best friends with Toe Dragon, Wacy
Oh.
Rabbit. He's recently retired. He just won the.
Was it Colton?
Yeah, we had Colton on the
No,
show.
yeah, no, man, I missed it.
Yeah, so he was asking about you, and
Oh man.
I was like,
I would have loved to have seen him play this weekend.
I know he's back-to-back champs, and
Yeah.
first he won a tournament in Calgary, and he won this past weekend in Brandon, Manitoba at Winterfest with the Round Lake Bears. Yeah, Colton Yellow Horn,
Yeah.
man, is
Nice.
joined me. Unfortunately, Bush wasn't able to attend to work with work commitments and
Mhm.
court. But yeah, it was Colton. We talked about like life after hockey and
Yeah.
what's he up to now, and do you miss playing the game professionally and stuff like that. It was a really good
Yeah.
talk. It was like it was a good heart-to-heart talk, and it's good to see guys transition from pros to just
Mhm.
life after hockey, and it was a good talk. So yeah, Colton Yellowhorn is our guest for this week. So really good talk, and he's brought up about like he'll come out for supper with us next time when we're in
Oh, good.
Saskatoon when we're at Wasey's, like that, like he proposed that like you and I, him, Judd, Wasey, all sit around at the table at Wasey's and
At a
just
round table?
go live, Facebook Live, or
Oh,
go on the
yeah.
like podcast live and just sit around and talk hockey. That'd be cool.
And
So,
then you know what? Every now and then we could ask Ashley's opinion. Is
oh
that
yeah,
true,
yeah,
Ashley?
yeah.
Does
Ashley
Wasey
can,
do like that? All of a sudden, all of us just ask her. It's like, is that true?
because I got confirmation that the boys will be playing for Kainai again.
Yes.
So hopefully, if the listeners don't remember, Kainai Braves withdrew
Is that
from the Freddie last year due to having a
I
player who wasn't status. So
gotta
they withdrew from the tournament, even though they were 2-0 and they had a really good
yeah.
team. So yeah, they'll get in the boys. I'm not sure about Jesse, he said. So Jesse
Okay.
Dudas is a question mark, but it'd be good
Mhm.
to see Jesse again. So yeah, stick around later for our interview with Mr.
Colton.
Colton Yellowhorn. It was fun. So we had a lot of laughs and shit like that. So it's always good to have laughs with our
Mhm.
guests. Uh, like I mentioned earlier, Dakota Fest in Brandon, Manitoba was this past weekend.
Yep.
It was a lot of good hockey. I didn't go, Bush didn't go, but it was a lot of good hockey and Round Lake Bears.
Yeah.
They won the championship. Um, they had to go the long way. You know that loser bracket. When
Okay.
you're on
Yep.
top, then you lose and you got to go play. I think they played 4 games that Sunday. He said So
That's a gauntlet and a half. Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. That's
body
crazy.
contact too. So that's a long run.
Mhm.
He said Round Lake treated him really well. He flew from like Regina to Calgary and had to drive from Regina to Brandon, which is
Okay.
what is that, like a 3 hour ride? So
Yeah.
it's good. We mentioned he talked about the hitting and the enforcers because in Brandon and a lot of those senior contact tournaments out west, you a lot of teams carry enforcers, guys who will do the smarten you up if you're out of line, right? So we talked about
Mm.
that and Round Lake had some big boys on that team, so
Mhm.
it was really cool. And but congrats to Round Lake Bears for winning the senior division for the
Mhm.
2024 Dakota Nation Winterfest, and congrats to the Team G for winning the 40 plus. Um, I played with a lot of those guys on the team and good guys, so happy for them to be to add another title to their resumes for the
Yeah.
vets. So yeah, congrats to the girls too. I don't know who won the girls. They didn't on
The
Facebook,
Long
they didn't.
Plains, I thought
Long Plains, yeah, that's right. They beat the
they beat.
Flyers.
Yep,
So
they beat the Lake Flyers. Yeah.
congrats to Long Plains, which is just outside Portage la Prairie. So very good tournament. That tournament keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. So next year for sure we'll attend Bush.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get on teams.
Hmm.
So
You don't
yeah,
have to pay the entry fee. I'll get on a team.
yeah, we should. But
Just me and
e-
you.
yeah, even the old timers, like they had like 15, some teams had 15 guys. Is that too many guys for old
That
timers?
that's too many guys for old timers to win 5 grand.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a little too many players. I think.
5 grand divided by 15, that's 333 bucks.
Yeah.
And you're playing like 5, 6 games.
Hmm.
That's not worth it.
No,
So 10 guys is good.
I think 10 guys is good.
When I played for Peguis last year in the old timers division, we had 10 guys and that was just enough. And we
Yeah.
won. And so yeah, because you want to keep moving, right? Like at our
Yeah.
age, if we sit down for more than 5, 6 minutes on the bench, we're toast.
Yeah. We
We're
yeah we seize up, and it's not a good, not a not a good feeling.
no, it's especially like for me personally, like when I play, even when like away from the ice, I have a hard time for some reason drinking water. For the life of me, I can't drink water. I don't know. I'll drink maybe a bottle of water a day, but you're supposed to drink like how many liters? Like 2 liters
Maybe
of water a
six
day?
to eight liters of water. Yeah,
Like, come on, who does that? Like it's so hard. Like,
I did
um,
in Phoenix.
yeah.
I drank coconut water too.
Does that really
That is
help
amazing.
coconut?
Yep. Yep.
I'd
Doesn't taste very
Pedialyte.
good, but it's like Pedialyte, and it's good.
But is that natural though? Is there anything added to that coconut water? Or is it just like 100% all natural?
I think they open up the coconuts at Walmart and put it in.
Or
I
a bit
don't know. I
like
have to
or
take
a
a
bit
look
like
at
Bush
it.
and drink 3 primes a game.
Just, just
Bush was just foaming at the mouth. It's like, are you okay, Bush? Yeah.
yeah,
What'd you drink before the game? Three
Perrier water.
those drinks, those prime drinks are like 3 Red Bulls in one drink. Is that crazy?
I think they should be banned. Oh Lord, I really don't. We were growing up. We had Kool-Aid with lots of sugar. That
Yeah.
was it. There was no nothing. It was how much sugar you could take in a Kool-Aid drink, and that was it.
Remember
Like
Gatorades
that was
used to
it.
come in a glass bottle?
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, we never had like, but that was like a treat. Like we
yeah.
never really had that growing up back home, Moose and Moose Factory. So yeah,
I
we
didn't.
would.
I didn't want Gatorade or anything. I was happy with my water, maybe some orange juice, but and fruit in between games. We didn't have no we didn't have no Red Bull or Monster or anything like that. It was just I think I think those energy drinks should be
It's just a money scam, really. It's just,
yeah.
but they aim. The sad thing is they aim for young kids
Yeah.
who want to like Red Bull, like give you wings, which they don't.
No.
Or like Austin Matthews signed with Prime. Like, how can a guy live with himself knowing that kids are gonna want to be like him and
Yeah.
buy these drinks because he's endorsing that awful stuff? So yeah, not much for. Well, yeah, I am. I drink a lot of Gatorade, like before hockey,
Gatorade's
just to
okay.
keep
I think it is.
hydrated.
Yeah.
Are you a Powerade guy or Gatorade guy?
Powerade.
Powerade.
Yeah. Just because it's larger and because of the shape of the bottle. Because you can refill with water and just squeeze it. That's all.
When I went to Mexico, they had. I should have brought some back. 1 liter bottles of Gatorade. It was crazy. It was freaking huge.
One
So, but
liter, holy
yeah,
shit.
1 liter. I've never seen that before. But yeah, yeah, congrats to Winterfest. We totally got off subject.
Yeah. Talking about,
So
yeah.
it's a good time. Like, check out their Facebook page, Dakota Nation Winterfest. They showed all the winners: volleyball, basketball, step dancing, jigging too. So it was really cool that they have all those
Square dancing,
things. Square dancing. Yeah,
not line dancing.
I know that's why I
Yeah.
corrected myself.
Perfect.
Our buddy Jason the Rat Richard from Sandy Bay, but lives in Ebb and Flow. He won first place for in the men's category for jigging. So good, congrats, Rat. He played for the Rez Dogs in the old timers division. So
Mm,
I think he won like $300. So good for you,
nice.
Rat. It's pretty funny. He's just a tiny guy. It's just see his legs just his feet just go really
Yeah.
fast. Let's talk about your Edmonton Oilers. How many
Let's do,
games?
please. You know what? You don't deserve to talk to them because at 2-9-1, you didn't like them.
I still don't like them.
Here they are. Potential to tie the all-time winning streak.
Pittsburgh Penguins, eh?
Pittsburgh 92,
92? Yeah.
92, 93, or 91. Yeah.
And they won the cup that year.
Yep.
So do you think they'll beat the record of consecutive wins?
I It's tough because their next game is against our cousin Zach. I know.
That's why I'm wearing this hat because I want Vegas to win and
I
snap Edmonton's winning streak. I didn't know how many Edmonton Oilers fans I had on my Facebook, but I have lots.
There's a lot, yeah.
And I made a post about all the wins that they made. They have during
Oh,
their
you
winning
shouldn't have. You
streak.
you shouldn't have went there.
And
I saw that. I was like, oh no.
I posted that it was all against teams that are under 500 and out of a playoff spot. And I was attacked.
Yeah,
I was like, holy jeez, I really hurt
you
some
opened up a
feelings.
can
And
somehow. Yeah.
yeah, a bunch of butthurt people. I put teams that the Oilers have beaten during their 14 game winning streak. This is when they
Yeah.
won 14 games. And all these teams were maybe 20, ranked 20th and lower. And a lot of people just attacked me. It was crazy.
Toronto. Did they
And
beat Toronto though?
yeah, they did.
Okay, I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, that was a bad game.
I'm
But
just asking for dice art.
oh yeah. So a
Yeah.
lot of people like it was all Oiler fans were just attacking me. Like, holy jeez. So it's just funny that I have a lot of Oiler fans on my Facebook, and thanks for attacking me, guys. But I don't know. Stuart Skinner is playing good. Hopefully,
The
they
whole
just
team's doing good. Do you know? Here's a stat: Warren Fogle has as many points as McDavid.
Really? How many is that?
in that
Oh, in
stretch.
that streak.
So you think about it, you got contributions from the first line, from the second line, from the third line. It's not just McDrysaddle doing all the
Christ.
scoring. It's everybody. It's you got Hyman. Thanks, by the way, for releasing him to us.
He's on pace for like 50 goals this year.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, it's good. You got Hyman doing this thing. You got News doing this thing. Then you got Fogel doing this thing. You got Holloway chipping, and you got Gagne the odd time. It's not just one. It's everybody contributing, and then you got the Bush bomb. Even even the guy Nurse
Sorry, that was the worst nickname. The
that I
Boosh
really
Ball.
don't like, the Bush bomb. Yeah, I know. Yeah, even that guy Nurse that no one really likes because he's overpaid by about 8 million a year.
He's gonna F up this next
He's
game so bad. I'm just waiting for him to
no,
cough up the puck and just
no, he's gonna F up in game 6 of the final. Really,
step
really,
final.
really effing bad. He's gonna F up in game 6. But you know who will bail him out is Bouchard. I'm just kidding.
The
No,
Boosh
no, but
Bomb. The
but
Boosh Bomber.
the Bush bomb. But no, I get what you're saying though. Nurse, he got the overtime win against Detroit, which is a good snipe. But I think I think you're right. I think he might cough it up, or he might just not check his guy. And it's going to be an important game and an important shift, like the third period. And
Well, they have
so,
to beat two other good Canadian teams with
yep.
Winnipeg and Vancouver. But I
Yeah,
can't
I
really
know.
see Vancouver a playoff team. They just they don't really have the experience
Mm,
to go for. Um, Winnipeg, I think they might go for it because of the coaching, right?
yeah.
Hallebuck's really good, but like the Eastern teams,
Bonus is a good coach. Like
he's an
people
old
like,
school coach, and
yeah,
but
I,
an old school coach who can still play in today's game. And there's
yeah.
not too many guys that do that. Look at
No,
Jacques Martin in Ottawa. He's an old school guy, and he's
yeah,
having trouble with Ottawa because it's a totally different game, right?
yeah.
Compared to the 80s and 90s that they coached. Not too many guys can transition,
There you
I'm making up my own words, but
go.
Calgary won't make the playoffs. Ottawa won't make the playoffs. Montreal,
No,
so it's only going to be Vancouver, Edmonton, Toronto, and Winnipeg. So
most of them in the West,
yeah,
except for
so
Toronto. Yeah.
all three of those Canadian teams will just knock each other out. Seems like,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Speaking of Toronto and Winnipeg, that was a good game. I attended on Saturday in
Yeah.
Winnipeg. Big Leafs victory. There was probably three-quarters of the crowd was Leaf fans.
Go Jets, go! And then
And they just
yeah,
it was like a playoff atmosphere, and there was a lot of indigenous people there, like lots, man. I was surprised. Like it was good to see that all of them coming out, and like they all came out to see the best team, and best team won. We sat. That was the first
who's
time I
that?
sat in section 203, row one.
Section
So
203.
we were right in front of right on the side of
Okay.
Hollebuck, and we saw all the Leaf goals. So it was really cool. So hopefully the Leafs keep it up, and I think Matthews will get 70 this year.
70 points.
70 goals, man.
That's a bold prediction.
Like how did like Brett Hall and like Lemieux and those guys get so like Brett Hall got 70 or
Even
86.
even
Like
Bernie Nichols, right?
yeah, like he got 70 goals that one year, Brittany
Mhm.
Nichols.
Yeah.
Like how did McGillney, Timmy Solani, they got 76 and 93. Like how did
Yeah.
they score all those goals? Was it just bad goaltending or
I I don't think it's bad goaltending. I don't think the goaltenders in the early 90s, late 80s had the shoulder pads. I don't think they had the pad width, like, and
compared to now, right?
goaltenders weren't large back then. Like John Sebastian Jaguar, he was a large man. He was big.
Yeah.
Like same with like there's an oddball once in a while, like Mike Liut. Like he was a large guy, but they weren't traditionally over 6'2" or 6'3".
Like their pads were short and
Yeah.
their chest protector weren't as big, right?
Yeah, because do
Yeah,
you remember that? Do you remember that stink? Sorry to cut you off. Do you remember that stink that Gia Shiger, his pads? They accused him of wearing lacrosse pads
oh
because they
yeah.
were like fucking. They were just huge.
Same with Gar Snow for the Islanders.
Yeah. Oh, for
Remember? Or
sure.
the
Yes.
Flyers. Sorry, the Flyers.
Yeah.
He added extra for his shoulders.
Mhm.
I was just looking at Bernie Nichols' stats. 79 games, he scored 70 goals.
How do you score?
And he was like a bad skater. Like he wasn't the
Yeah.
greatest skater.
Nope.
How the hell do you do that? Well, of course, he played with Gretzky. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah,
Yeah.
case closed. Played with Gretzky. So, but yeah, it's funny how like remember what Theo Fleury said? Like they
Yeah.
never had a generation player because there was so many superstars. Like
Yeah.
you could name 20 guys who were like good as
Mhm.
Crosby, like how Crosby was and McDavid, right? So
Yeah.
that really made me think like when Theo said that, like they had crazy superstars back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There was a obscene amount of talent. Even like he said, like he's a Hall of Famer. He was a fourth liner on that Olympic team.
yeah.
Fourth line. And if you look at who we play with, Newendike and Shanahan.
And
Like
those guys are Hall of Famers.
yeah.
So ever hear of of a metal band called Machine Head?
No.
No, I went to a metal concert on Sunday in Winnipeg.
Mhm.
My buddy Merle asked me if I wanted to go a while back, and I said, "Yeah, sure." Because I like going to concerts, but
Mhm.
metal, man, holy shit! I don't know. It just makes me feel like, holy man! Like I had to listen to I drove home after the concert, and I had to listen to country music just to feel normal again because that metal music is crazy. Like,
You know what? I want to add.
that's how they
I know.
sound.
I want to add something to that. Remember, every now and then they have mandatory Metallica on Sirius.
Yeah.
So I think it was 2018 or maybe 2019. That was the last one that I really vividly remember. So me and my partner, we used to have Sirius radio. We blare it, and for like 12 hours straight or 11 hours straight on my 12-hour shift, 11 hours straight, listen to Metallica, like Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and then I just you're gonna get a kick out of this. I just I took a deep breath and I went and I just pressed a bunch of buttons on the channel up and down, and then Carlene Carter was on country. Every little thing,
Yeah.
you know that song, Every Little Thing, and I'm like, I needed this to hear, so I just kept repeating it, and just to flush every heavy metal, every chord out. I know where you're coming from. I wanted to hear something light and heavy like
That's how
Enya
I
or
felt. Yeah, man,
yeah.
because this concert it had four bands. The concert started at 6:30 and ended like 11:30 midnight. So it was all hard metal like like
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
so I was like, "Oh man, I gotta listen to country." So I listened to country for an hour and a half ride home. It's just like as if I had to cleanse myself from from listening to that
You have to
metal
cleanse
music.
yourself.
Like it was crazy, man. So, but yeah, that was my
Have to
weekend.
smudge yourself from the
Yeah, with country music. I just felt like my ears were ringing. I mean, I'm always up to going to concerts and listening to new
yeah.
music, but I can only listen to metal music for maybe an hour, a couple of songs, but not four bands in 4.5 hours. But my next concert with him, we're going to Pantera. That should be a good one.
Ooh,
I like
it's gonna be
Pantera. They're
yeah.
a good classic metal band, but I don't know.
They're pretty
But
aggressive. I like it.
yeah, they're aggressive, but these ones were like really aggressive. They had like some kind of antlers on their mic stand and like burning like church crosses and stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah.
holy shit, the hell is this? That was pretty crazy. But yeah. Before we get into any more, what?
Yeah.
What were we
What's
gonna
that?
say? What?
Oh no,
Who?
just
Who? Me or you?
yeah,
What?
you.
What?
I have a question
Okay.
in our next segment, and I really want you to think about this.
Uh-oh.
It's a not a deep question, but it might get you thinking about other players. And
Uh-oh.
I'm going to lead on to it.
Okay.
But yeah,
We'll save that for next week.
yeah.
Okay. I'm already thinking like, what the fuck is this? I mean, what is this guy thinking already? Okay, let's go talk with let's go
Colton.
to our interview with Colton.
Oh, let's.
Let's. Okay, we'll be right back with our interview with Rez Hockey would like to introduce you our guest for episode 104. We would like to welcome him back. I think he was episode the top 10 anyway, episode 6 or 8. Rez Hockey would like to introduce our guest from Brocket, Alberta, Mr. Colton Yellow Horn. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey man, appreciate it. Thanks for having me back. Like I said, it's been a while since we've done that first one. So a lot has changed in that time. And you guys are doing a great job with the podcast. You're up above 100 now. So obviously, people are listening and things are going well.
Yeah, it's been probably a good 2 years since we last had you on the show, and I think we get to see you every May at the Freddy. But how's how's life? Recently you're retired, I guess, from pro hockey. How's life after hockey?
It's been good. It's a bit of a change, right? But at the same time, like I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming sooner than later. And like last year, I woke up in January one day and I just like, it became a job having to go to the rink. And right then and then I knew, it's time to hang. Well, not officially hang the skates up. I didn't officially retire for probably a couple of weeks ago. I was still talking to a couple of teams and thinking about going back. That's why I never really announced the retirement. But yeah, I think now it's official. I think I'm done. Well, done playing professional hockey for sure.
So if a team from the coast or the Southern Pro called you, is like, we need a top six forward for a run for the playoffs, would you consider it?
No, definitely not the coast. I don't know if I could go play 4 games of 5 nights and the travel and stuff like that. I don't know if the body could do that anymore. I actually was just got off the phone with Idaho. One of my best friends is the head coach there, and he was trying to get me to come down there and play. And he said to call me again February 1st. And I said, nah, I don't know. After playing in Brandon here, the body's a little sore after a weekend like that. So I don't know if I can handle a little faster pace and more hitting.
Talking about Brandon, you played for Round Lake Bears at the Dakota Fest. You guys pulled it off the long Sunday run and won the championship. How was your weekend playing with the Bears?
It was awesome. It's the second weekend I played in this year. I played in the SARC tournament by Calgary there earlier in January. We got to win that one too, so it was good. And they invited me to play on the provincial team for Saskatchewan. So I know me, and Winston Daichi, for going out there to play with them, and so yeah, it's been good. I'm looking forward to that. I never got to play provincial and stuff like that, so I think it'll be fun. And we got a good core group of guys that are all going to be playing. I think most of the core group was in Brandon this weekend, so it's good to with everyone, get to know everyone, and kind of get that chemistry built for this provincial run.
Did anyone try to take a run at you this past weekend? Because Bush and I last week we talked about how some players who played professionally should have the respect of players that are playing there, like compared to 2 years ago when someone just hit Dwight King pretty good and just knocked him out of the tourney, and his wife was complaining that there was no respect for him and stuff like that. So we were wondering if people were trying to take a run at you or whatnot.
I wouldn't say people take a run, but it's a hockey game, right? Like it's hitting. You got to keep your head up. You got to know, right? You're gonna get hit. Like it doesn't matter whether you play NHL or not. Like everyone's there to win. Everyone's competitive, there to win. So you just got to keep your head up and stuff like that. And unfortunately, like I bring my bodyguard, I call him Callan Big Snake,
Yeah.
with me to most of these tournaments. He kind of helps, you know, police things out there and keep the game a little more cleaner and stuff, and lets me kind of play my game. And some of the other skilled guys like that. But from the first few tournaments I played in, like when I was younger, the tournaments have really cleaned up. There's not as much dirty stuff anymore. There's so much money on the line, right, and so
Yeah.
much pride and stuff now that people are there to win, and teams are spending money to bring guys in and stuff like that. So I think it's going in the right direction, because you want to get all the professional players and stuff like that, the good hockey players, to keep coming back, right, for your tournament. It makes your tournament better. It makes you know Indian hockey look a lot better going that way. So I think it's cleaned up a lot, and the tournaments have done a lot of good things to make sure it stays clean. And you want a good show on the ice, right? And I'm sure a lot of the spectators want to see good hockey, see the best players play and stuff, right? And like I said, if it gets too dirty, then obviously, like, we got, well, not myself anymore, but guys got careers, right? So they're not
Yeah.
going to keep going these tournaments and get ran from behind and get slashed and stuff like that, right? So we like to come play with friends and see the best hockey players play against the best native players as well, right? And just see where everyone is, and try to put a good show on for the fans.
I was talking with Sunday night. I was talking with Caden Butterfly, who played for Norway House, and he was a former guest of the show and good friend of mine. And I asked him, "Do you think each team should carry an enforcer, someone who will keep things clean? Do you think that each team in big money tournaments and body contact tournaments, senior tournaments, that each team should carry someone who's considered an enforcer on a team?"
I think so. Yes, I think it helps. Like you said, police the game and keeps the game cleaner. Right, keeps people accountable. I think you should, 100%. But at the same time, I think the players should have enough respect for each other. Like, if I get run over or hammered, and like I have my head down and it's a clean hit, that's on me. But it's just some of the other things that I worry about, like the two hands and stuff like that, the hits from behind. Those are the kind of things that I think it's good to have an enforcer out there, just to make sure that stuff doesn't happen too often.
You guys, the Bears took the long run um, through Sunday. How was it playing all those games on Sunday? How did you feel yesterday on Monday?
I was actually talking to Winston about it. I was laughing. I was like, some days it's better to play that long run Sunday. Your legs, your legs get going, your hands get going, you're in the game. But as you remember, I was also playing when I had to do that. I was playing professional hockey for 8 months, so I was in better shape, right? But and then after Sunday, I was like, man, I don't think I'm built to do that anymore. So I prefer not to do that. I prefer not to do that again. But at the same time, you look at these big tournaments, those double knockouts and stuff. You play 4 games on Sundays. Like Freddie, you have to play 4 games on Sundays, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of, you get more than 4 games. I think it's a little too much. And yeah, the body was sore. I was tired. Long travel day. It's a long travel day. Like, got to work this morning. It was a tough day at work this morning. Body's a little sore.
With
Need to
you,
get myself a hot tub and a sauna.
a lot of 8535, I bet.
Yeah.
With you being on back on the Canadian side now, is your phone ringing lots with teams asking you to go to these tournaments? Because I'm sure out west there's tournaments pretty much every weekend.
You know what? In Alberta, there's not many tournaments, to be honest. Like, most of the tournaments are Saskatchewan, Manitoba, but
Yeah.
not ringing too often. I usually play with a couple teams like Norway House and Round Lake and stuff like that. So I think people know that I'm kind of going with them and stuff. But I also told a lot of guys early in the year, like, I didn't want to play in a lot of tournaments after retiring. Like, I don't have the drive to really play much. So like, I had fun this weekend and stuff like that, but I definitely couldn't do every weekend, or I maybe do every once or twice a month, but I don't think I could do every weekend. That's for sure.
How old are you now? You're 30, 36?
Yeah, 36, maybe 37 year, just before
So
Freddie. So
so what are you gonna do in like 3 years, and when you're 40 plus? I'm sure your phone's gonna be just ringing off the hook. Just, hey, come play old timers.
no, I keep joking around with the players and keep saying, I have my last pair of skates right now. So once those are broken down, that's it. Once they're done, I'm done. So we'll see how long those last. I don't think they're gonna last 3 or 4 years. That's for sure.
That's what I said with my trues. I had my trues for 5 years. Then I got a job working with recreation with kids, and CCM gave me free skates. So I was like, oh man, no, I gotta wear these new skates for another couple of years. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s, and I keep saying that too. Oh, these skates are my last pair, and after that I'm gonna retire. But it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But I don't know, right? Like I said, I just don't know. Like, I got to start thinking about life after hockey and like,
Yeah.
another career going and stuff like that, right? So kind of depends what I'm gonna do, and I'm still trying to figure that part out. And it's because it's hard to get times off. Like to go to these tournaments, you need 4 days off, right?
Yeah.
You got to leave Thursday and come back, and you got to get Friday and Monday off, right? So it's tough to find a job unless you own your own company that's going to allow you to do that every weekend and stuff like that.
Fall time is usually when players are leaving, going to their teams that they're going to play for the upcoming season. How was it for you, being at home in Canada, knowing like Judd and Nick, you have other friends who are playing who are going off to their respective teams, and you're so used to going, so used to moving away at that time of year, but this year you were at home. How was it for you?
Honestly, it was pretty easy, man. Like I said, like I knew I was done, right?
Yeah.
I knew I didn't have that fire to go back, and I knew that in May. In May, I went to the gym one day. I went to try to get on the bike and stuff like that. Worked out, got in there, went there 10 minutes, got on the bike, left. And that's when I knew. I was like, I don't think I can do this anymore, right? It's not so much the hockey season is hard; it's the summer the summer train that's hard. That's
Yeah.
really mentally draining, and that's the hardest part about I think hockey. Playing is the fun part. It's the other thing you have to do to get prepared for that stuff. But no, it was I was okay. Like honestly, I was home. I'm roading a lot more now and stuff too. So like I have another hobby or something else I really enjoy, and I think that really helped me kind of transition from not
Yeah.
going to play. And the weather was so nice for so long here, right?
Yeah.
We were roping outside in October still, so it didn't really hit me till this last -40 we had there. Then it's like, well, then it kind of hit you that you're home. Like there's nothing to do. It's cold outside. You want to go outside. That's when it kind of hits you like, oh, I'm home and everybody else is playing.
So what are you up to these days then, like other than hockey?
I'm doing a little bit of skill stuff with some younger kids here on the reserve, and doing some other private sessions and stuff like that. And I'm looking at maybe starting a mentorship program for some of these Aboriginal kids. If they need help or something, or just help guide them in the right direction with going to higher in hockey and higher levels and stuff like that. I want to get something like that going. And we actually opened up a youth home on the reserve here, so I applied for a job there because I've always wanted to get back to the community and
Yeah.
help kids see succeed in life other than sports and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to starting now. We're supposed to get our first few kids here within a month here, so I think that's gonna be pretty exciting, new job and stuff like that. Looking forward to that, and just helping the old man on the ranch and stuff like that, and just basically what I do in the off season, just help
Yeah.
the old man on the ranch and ride the horses and stuff like that. And I really enjoy the freedom of not playing hockey,
Yeah.
not having to go to a game every Friday, Saturday, and stuff like that. The weekends I can actually just relax at home and not do much.
So what did you do with all your dress clothes then?
Oh, I haven't worn dress clothes in Europe. You don't wear
No,
dress
you
clothes
don't
very
wear
often
dress
in
clothes
Europe.
in Europe?
No, it's a lot of this team tracksuits and apparel and stuff like that. So it's actually nice. And a lot of times at home games you just have to wear a nice pair of jeans and a nice shirt, like just like pro casual, just dress nice,
Yeah.
look appropriate and stuff like that.
Right on. I
I
never knew
actually
that.
kind of miss wearing suits actually, like I got 30 suits in the basement here just collecting dust. So it's it's nice to dress up once in a while.
What is it? 2024, 2023. Let's talk about the Freddie. Uh you played for Kainai, and unfortunately you guys were not really disqualified, but you guys withdrew. How were like you guys played your first two games and you guys were 2-0. How was it? How did it feel like you guys being 2-0? You guys had the momentum going. You guys beat Moose Cree. I thought that was a tough game. Like I'm from Moose Cree, so and with friends with you guys, so I was stuck in the middle
Yeah.
on that game. So, but how was it knowing that you guys were like you guys had a good record and you something unfortunately came up with your goalie and you guys just Wasey decided it was time. Well, it was best for you guys to withdraw from the tournament. Like, so how did you feel with what Wasey wanted to do and withdrawing from the tournament? Just not Wasey, but
Well,
you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah. We had a team discussion about it, right? Like about the
Yeah.
whole withdrawal and stuff. And we all thought, it's the honorable thing to do. Like we didn't know like that goalie has played in these tournaments for the last 10 years, right? So like
Yeah.
we just assumed, right? Like and it was unfortunately happened that we ended up going with the guy that obviously didn't have a real card and stuff like that. So it was frustrating to learn that because I thought we had a really good team. I thought we had a chance make a deep run on Sunday, right? And I think we were
Yeah.
just starting. We played the first 2 games. We played good, but I think we were starting to really click, and stuff like that. And it was unfortunate, but we thought, yeah, it was an honorable thing to withdraw, with the whole situation going on. Like we didn't want to ruin someone else's chance to say we beat another team. We don't want to ruin someone else's chance of going on and stuff like that. And just respect to the like Neil and those guys are going to turn up like that. And we just thought it was the best decision for our team and stuff to pull out and let the tournament go on.
You guys were flying your second game when you guys played the Scrappers. Did you guys expect that you guys were gonna because you guys were up, had a couple goals up them like pretty easy, and so I thought it was like, me personally, I thought it was gonna be a harder game, but you guys were just flying out there and you guys were just connecting.
Well, yeah, like we won the year before at Norway House, right? And we
Yeah.
played Moose Factory, and that I don't know if it was the first game on Sunday or the second game, and they came out and like we were like us, like me, Judd, and Wace and Jesse were like telling the guys that this might be the hardest game of the tournament. They're a hard team to play. They're big, they're fast, they're strong, and like I think we were down 2-1 or something against them the year before, right? And
Yeah, going into the
got
third,
forced up
yeah.
to score. Yeah, I think there was 5 minutes left in the third, and we scored 2 quick ones, right,
Yeah.
to get the lead there. But yeah, no, I was surprised. It was. But then I was talking to Kane Butterfly. They didn't have the full team. I think they kind of split it up. They
Yeah.
brought 2 teams or something to the tournament, something like that. So they weren't as deep as they were the year before. But we didn't know that, so we went to that game prepared and like knowing that we had to get a good start on them because it was gonna be a battle. And that's the thing with
Um,
Freddie. The teams are getting
yeah,
better and better every year, right?
they are.
There's not really too many easy games anymore, right? They're like teams are, like the first couple of years, you have a couple easy games in a round robin. Now it's not like that. Like it's a battle the whole way through.
2024, Freddie. Are you gonna play with the boys again?
Yeah, I think I'm hopping with the boys. Like I keep telling boys, this is the last kick of the can, right? It's gotta be the third time's gotta be a charm, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. So I told him make sure you got all the cards validated before we end up showing up. So
Talking about Wasey, how happy are you for him with his success being a coach? Did you ever think Wasey was gonna go behind the bench and become such a good coach?
yeah, he has that personality to be a coach, right? I always figured he loves the game, he always wants to stay in it. I figured
Yeah,
he would be a coach. I didn't know how quick or how fast he would go up, and like he's in WHL with his third year coaching,
yeah.
so he's doing good. He's doing a good job there. They have a great organization, that's Saskatoon and stuff like that, and great coach, great. And I think they're going for this year. They made some trades this year. I think they're going for the Mem Cup. So like, who knows if he'll even be able to play in the Friday? They might still be in the
Yeah.
playoffs or at the Mem Cup. So but yeah, no, I'm happy for him. It's awesome. It's nice to see people succeed, and at the same time, I think it helps the Aboriginal kids because he's going to look out there to, maybe give an Aboriginal kid a shot. Bring him into camp and stuff like that. Give him a chance and get guys on the radar, right? So I think it's good. I'm happy for him, and I hope he becomes a head coach one day.
He invited Bush and I to supper out at their place, man. You missed a good supper. I think that was Saturday evening we went out there for supper.
Yeah, I
We
was
had steaks
I
and salads and everything.
yeah, no, Saturday. I think that's. I headed home that day. I didn't want to be Saskatoon any longer. It's just watching the tournament going on, and we're not in it. So I was like, I might as well head home. And I made it long, right? It's a cabin season for us. So I
Yeah.
figured, no point wasting 2 more days there. I might as well get home and help the old man with the cows and stuff like that. He's getting a little older, so I don't want him doing too much strenuous stuff anymore. So yeah, we just decided to head home. I mean, it was a good decision, I guess.
Yeah, you missed a good meal though. Maybe in May we'll
Yeah,
have a get together at his house again.
yeah, well, let's tell him maybe we'll get there a day early and go out there for a dinner out there before the tournament starts, right? Maybe Wednesday or Thursday night, something like that.
Yeah. Um,
Hopefully, host the boys. Who knows though?
yeah. What I was gonna say again. Um, I totally forgot. Coaching. Would that ever be an opportunity you would consider?
Um, at the moment, right now, no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't want to coach. I don't want to coach the team, but like I said, I don't mind doing like skill stuff, one-on-one stuff, like stuff like that. Like get 5 kids in the ice and do drills and stuff like that. Help kids with their skill level and like and I have some kids send me videos of their games, and I'll just, I'll watch them and say, hey, this is what I think you could do here and stuff like that. More of like kind of like what Adam Oates does with the NHL players, kind of thing like
Yeah.
that. That's kind of what I'm more into that, doing it, being a head coach. I just don't want to be around hockey too much right now. Like just being retired, I want to like kind of get away from it. I didn't plan on doing anything with hockey this winter, but being home, they kept, the reserve kept bugging me to come out there with the kids and stuff. And I said, you know what, yeah, fine, I'll do that. But like, just trying to get a coach and provincial team. I just no, I'm not doing that. Like I'll come up for practice and help run practice and stuff like that. But there's other things I want to do playing hockey, like rodeo, and like I really enjoy rodeoing and I want to do that, and like I want to go roping and eves and stuff. And I just, like I said, that's all I want to do right now, and just kind of put hockey to the side for now. And then maybe later on in a few years I'll get that itch to, get back into the game, coaching and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I don't see myself coaching a team.
You mentioned the rodeo. Give us like a day in the life or the weekend of a rodeo. Like us in Ontario, it's not popular compared to out
Yeah.
west. So like tell us what, like on a Friday, how do you guys do it? And give us like a weekend of a regular rodeo tournament.
Well, so it depends on the weekend. Like some days there's 3 rodeos in the weekend, so you leave Thursday night, you rodeo. Sometimes you rodeo Friday morning, and then you have to get in the trailer, try somewhere else, and rodeo that night. And then rodeo somewhere Saturday. But sometimes, a lot of the native rodeos out here, it's called a long go and short go. So the long go is usually Friday, Saturday. So you rope one of those, and if you're one of the top 10 teams in a team roping, or one of the top 10 contestants in your event you're doing, you come back Sunday for the short round and stuff like that, and then come home. But it's a lot of travel. It's kind of like
Yeah.
hockey. It's just you get in that horse trailer, you get a couple of your buddies with you and stuff like that, and you just hit the road, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of like being around a hockey team again. You just hit the
Yeah.
trailer, have laughs and stuff like that. But I want to take it more serious. More when I was playing hockey and stuff, is more some I had craved that competitiveness in the summer, and so you're still competing, but not with hockey. So it was more of like a hobby kind of. But now like, I want to take it more serious and actually, practice more and stuff like that. So but I enjoy, I like getting on the road in the summers and just, going with the guys and just, having a good time, seeing people you don't see very often, each
Yeah.
rodeo and stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's usually an all weekend thing. You usually leave Thursday or Friday morning, and you're back Sunday, and back on the horse at the ranch Monday morning.
Right on. That sounds fun. Um,
When you're
NHL
winning, it's
seasons.
fun.
Yeah, when you're winning, it's always more fun when you win. Exactly. NHL season's like halfway. NHL All-Star games this weekend. Who's gonna win the cup after the season's halfway done?
The oil, baby, oil all the
You
way.
think so?
I'm an oil fan, maybe they're gonna make a big trade here. I think they're gonna get another D man, and I mean, all lines are firing now, right? They got 4 deep lines going good, and it's not just the top 2 guys anymore. So I think they have a good chance, right? I don't know, but it's tough. The West is a
It
tough
is.
conference, right? You got Colorado, they're a powerhouse. Vegas, you can never count them out. NHL is hard to pick a contender now, especially like it's hard. I say the Oil because it's my team, right? And they're
Yeah.
doing well. They're on 16 game winning streak. How can you not go for them?
I like your comment when I posted about all the wins the Oilers did against the teams they played against, which is true though. But
Yeah,
they play Vegas next game, so it should be interesting if they'll beat Vegas. And I think they're
yeah, they got a couple.
one game from tying the NHL record for longest winning streak. So that's pretty impressive.
I know. I think it's 23. I think it's 23. I think
Oh
I think
yeah, I
it's
mean,
23.
yeah, they're tied for second, yeah, or something like that. It
Yeah,
was on
yeah.
TSN this evening.
Yeah, I think it's 23 Pittsburgh back in
Yeah,
1993.
90, yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
eight. Pittsburgh either at 18 or 23. I'm not sure. It's one of those numbers, but
yeah,
yeah,
one
they're
of those. They're
close.
high, yeah. So you being a Southern Alberta boy, how did you become a fan from like a team from Northern Alberta with Calgary being just a couple hours from you?
Honestly, I just hated, just didn't like. Everyone down here is a Calgary Flames fan, and they're just a bunch of bandwagon jumpers. I think and just because of them, I don't like the Flames. That's really the only reason I don't like the Flames. But and then Oilers, when I was growing up, you get 2 games. You get the Oiler game and the Flames game, right? Every
Yeah.
Saturday night on Channel 3 or 7, whichever one you had. And so like you're up watching them, and I just think the Oilers, they're an exciting team to watch because they make some mistakes and stuff like that. So there's a lot of scoring chances. I think they're one of the more exciting teams to watch in NHL.
What do you think? Okay, say if the Oilers choke in the playoffs, what do you think like Draisaitl and McDavid will do? Like they've been there for 8, 9 years now, and it's the same thing every year. Are they wasting like their prime years and on a losing team? Like, would you stay or would you want to go see where else you can go play?
I think McDavid has to stay. I think just to solidify his like the history, like solidify his thing with all the best. I think he has to win with that team, just like Gretzky had to win with the Oilers, Lemieux had to win with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Crosby had to win with Pittsburgh as well, right? I think he has to stay. I think, but Draisaitl, I think I don't know. It depends, right? But you know what? I think it depends if they're going to make some moves to help bring players in for them to win the cup. I think that's going to be a big decision. Like personally, I think they got to get rid of Darnell Nurse's contract and
Oh, I
bring
don't know
somebody
how
else
that
in,
guy makes
right? Like
9 million a year, right?
crazy. So like I think so. Yeah, I don't know. The Oilers gonna have to do something to prove to them that they're that they want to like give them the right tools to win.
Do you think Skinner's the number one tender to lead him to the cup?
Uh I don't know, man. I think he can do it, but I don't know. It's just he's hit or miss. He's like I say, if it gets hot at the right time in the playoffs, then yeah, I think he can. But at the same time, I think now to make a run in the NHL playoffs, you need two goalies.
Yeah.
You need someone. You need someone to that you can rely on if someone has a bad game and stuff like that. They're calling them all 1A, 1B goalies
Yeah,
now, right?
pretty
They're not
much, yeah.
backups to starter anymore. So, but yeah, I don't know. He's got to prove it, right? Like it's only his
Yeah.
second year really playing, so.
If the Oilers and the Leafs go in the Stanley Cup Finals, who will win and how many games?
I think the Oilers would win in probably six.
6? Do you think
I
6?
just don't. Yeah, like I think Toronto's in a worse off goaltender position right now than
Yeah.
Edmonton. And I just don't think those Edmonton players are buying into a system. I don't think the Leafs are doing that just yet. Like they're whether they're playing defense, even their top end guys like McDavid's playing better defensively. I don't think the Toronto guys are buying in. Their top five forwards are buying in quite just yet, but it'd be an exciting series. There'll be a lot of offense and stuff like that. So I think it'd be a great series to watch. But I got to take the Oil in 6.
Typical oil fan, yeah. I'd probably go Leafs in 5. Just
Really,
yeah, I'd go Leafs in 5. So
I'll tell you what, I'd be locked in that series though for sure. That'd be probably one of the best Stanley Cup series I think in a long time.
have you been to like any hockey game, like junior game this year or NHL game or anything like that, or you just kept it really mellow?
No, I haven't been to one yet. I want to go to the Oil game though, but it's 6 hours for me to get up there, so it's tough to make the trip up there and play and go
Yeah.
watch. I mean, so I wouldn't mind getting up
Yeah,
there. I
take
think,
your bag. You never know, right? Go flex it in the
yeah,
lobby. You might something might help.
yeah, but I know Colorado goes there in March, so I wouldn't mind getting some tickets to go watch
Yeah,
that
that'd be
game
a good
for sure.
one.
I think I'd make a trip up there for that game, So we'll see. But then also all the Indian tournaments are coming up now, right? So it's kind of gotta
Yeah.
see what's happening, what's when and where, and go from there.
Okay. You
Actually,
don't.
I did go to Aboriginal Night Flames game in December.
Yeah.
Yeah, we brought some kids from the reserve. We brought some kids up from reserve up there. It was a good game. They played Vancouver. Vancouver won, which was obviously nice to see. But
How awesome has Brent Dodgenhurst been working with the Flames? He was a guest on the show and he's such a good guy, man. Like he's like I respected him back when he was playing junior, and like I've like how big of a influence has he been to you, Alberta boys?
yeah, no, it was, obviously, man, he was one of the first ones to make that jump to pro, right, from down here and stuff. And yeah, he's doing a great thing for not just Indigenous, just for like, yeah, a lot of Indigenous things, good things with like the kids and stuff, and getting out on the radar and stuff, and like some of the struggles we have as Aboriginals, right? And we've actually talked about a lot. Like when we were growing up, like we were told to head down, keep going forward, no matter what they say. Don't speak up because as soon as you
Yeah.
speak up, you're troubled.
Yeah.
Aboriginal, and so I'm glad the way the game's going, and things are being seen different, and these kids are speaking up now and stuff, and it's good to see. Hopefully, it keeps going that way. But yeah,
Uh,
funny story about Brent is one time he had a hockey camp, and I was the only kid to show up. They had it during the Calgary Stampede, so yeah, they had it during the Calgary Stampede. So it was just me and Brent 1-on-1 for 3 days. I guess so. My parents dropped me off, and we called my parents. He said, "No, don't worry, just leave him here. He'll hang out with me." So I got to go to his farm and stuff, and just basically spent 3 days with him. He was playing for I think he was playing in the AHL at the time, and so it was awesome just to get to hang out with him. And just he was just like a little, just exactly how I was in junior. Just like to
yeah.
have fun and just enjoy the game.
Before we let you go, I'll ask you one more question. Like, what advice would you give youth, say a young Aboriginal kid, 15, 16 years old, and they want to play junior, but they're not sure, like, because with like the dedication and the commitment, what would you say to a youth who's unsure but has the talent?
I would say to make sure you dedicate yourself to the off ice. I think that's the biggest difference in hockey is the off ice, where people get faster, stronger, and stuff like that, and your nutrition and being in shape. Because now in the game, if you can't skate or be quick enough, you're not going to keep up and you're going to get left behind, right? So I think I always tell kids, playing the hockey game is the fun part of hockey. Once you get to the higher level, it's the stuff away from the rink and the stuff in the summers and keep your head in the right direction, keep your minds focused and stuff like that, and do all the little things right. Like coaches see all the things, the work ethic, the little things like chipping, just playing a team game and stuff like that. So just I think the dedication to the off ice stuff, I think is a huge part of being able to get over that hump of making it to the next level, because that's where like you can have all talent in the world, but if someone works hard than you and is a better athlete, and just be a good person, then a coach is going to take that kid over someone that has a lot of skill and just is not working as hard and stuff like that. So I think dedication to your craft.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on the show again. It was really good to see you again and talk some hockey and share
Yeah.
some laughs. And so hopefully maybe I'll probably see you probably not till May. Probably Brent Wilson Memorial or the Freddie. Either one.
Yeah, maybe PA, something like that. If you
Yeah.
guys make a trip out that way, but yeah, no, probably yeah. I think we're gonna go to the Brent Wilson anyway. I think hopefully Judd's back by then too, and I think Jesse's done for the year. So I think that, as we call our package, is one down one guy right now. So
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
we'll keep
no,
in
but
touch for sure, man.
yeah, no, for sure. I think we need to get a group here on. We could maybe get me, Waste, Judd, Jesse all on the same time. I think that'd be fun. It's tough with Judd being away right now, with his time change, and then Wasey's middle of the season stuff like that. So
Yeah,
maybe
because
this summer we can get.
we did try to plan it in December because
Mhm.
Wasey had time off and Judd had time off, but I think it was like a 7 hour time difference, or
Yeah.
so it was hard. But yeah, we'll have to get together,
Yeah.
or maybe one of these times
Well,
during the Freddy we'll go sit at Wasey's and just
that's
record
what I
everything.
was gonna say. Maybe we'll have to get Wasey to cook us a dinner, and we'll go there and sit there and just have a group session.
We'll go
Be a lot
live
of
and
fun.
stuff like that and see what happens there.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I'm sure. Hopefully we make it happen here sooner than later for sure.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Take care and rest those bones, and hope to see you around there, bro.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, buddy.
Yeah, okay, we'll
Appreciate
talk
it.
to you later. See ya.
All right.
Hi.
He should just go really close to the camera and say that.
Hi.
Welcome back from
With a Under Armour shirt.
yeah, just flexing your pecs, your moobs.
Oh my God.
Hey, I see nipple. Yeah, welcome back from our interview with Mr. Colton
Yellow
Yellow Horn.
Horn.
Great guy, man. He's been such a big help for our show too. Like he's
Mm.
helped from day one. He's been always helpful, and he's if any, like he mentioned the first time, like he's always willing to help youth. That's the one thing that's awesome about him. Like he's always
Yeah.
willing to help and give back to the youth, because it's it's just a part of who we are as Indigenous
Yep.
people. Like we always want to give back and help others. So thanks again, Colton, for coming on the show. And I apologize that I pressed the stop button for recording right before his interview. So we cut it kind of short. So, but anyways, Bush has some. You want me to ask you're gonna ask me those questions
All
now?
right. Well, I'm gonna lead up to it though.
Okay.
I got a couple statements or little facts, but I'm gonna lead up to it though, and I want you to think about it. So I watched a documentary on Prime the other day, or not the full one, but I watched enough. There's a reporter from ESPN. I think her name. I don't know. I can't remember her name, but she asked something, and she said something about this player. Now I want to ask you what you think when you in the NHL, OHL, university player, MJ, whatever. What do you think when you see someone that's highly skilled, but you don't see him trying every shift? Like what do you think he's lazy?
Um, Not really. I mean, I guess in a point he plays like a William Nylander, right? You
Yeah.
see some shifts, Nylander from the Maple Leafs, for those who don't know. He sometimes he tries hard, then some shifts like where is he?
Yeah.
Invisible and he doesn't, and you can tell he's not trying. He'll half-ass it, skating back to the defensive zone. But
Yeah. That's why
um
I will always say he is the X factor for the Maple Leafs playoff runs. I will
yeah.
always say that. Now, there was I think it was early '90s. Deion Sanders. He was quoted when he played for the Cowboys, or maybe it was, or maybe 49ers. Anyways, he said in every play there is one seam, and he watches for it. And in that seam, he can break away. Any receiver can break away, any running back, and they will score a touchdown. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like there's a perfect moment.
Oh yeah.
What if this player, what if Nylander or Kovalev, Mogilny, like what if Alexander Daigle, like what if they're just waiting for that one perfect moment that you and I know that they're waiting for?
Yeah, it's all about timing, right?
Yeah. Now this reporter, she summed up Alexander Daigle's career. Like he didn't love the game enough to ever be the best that he could be
Yeah.
on every shift. But he's good enough to be in the NHL.
And the thing with him, like he was so hyped coming out of
Yeah.
junior out of Victoriaville when Ottawa drafted him first overall. But that's where the NHL and the Quebec, I mean the major junior should have a rule together where 18-year-olds are allowed to play in the American Hockey League, because
Mm.
there's a rule in the NHL that underage players can't play in a AHL till they're 20.
Mm-hmm.
And Dag was 17, 18, just dominating hockey, right? And so when he made the
Oh yeah.
Senators out of junior, he couldn't really adjust because
No.
he was playing kids from 16 to 20, and so he was playing against boys, then he jumps up against playing men. So you're like,
Yeah.
of course you're gonna dominate playing against teenagers,
Oh yeah.
but you're not gonna dominate playing men as an 18-year-old.
So I think any when people watch when they used to watch Kovalev, oh he's so lazy, he's so lazy. No,
Yeah,
I don't think he was. I think he was waiting for that perfect seam, that perfect play, and then when he did, he scored.
yeah.
When Nylander gets the puck, when he gets that seam, he'll score or he'll cause a really high scoring chance, and the Leafs will fluke it in.
Yeah, because you watch him in overtime on 3-on-3, like he doesn't skate back. There's
No.
times when him and Tavares are out there and it's always a 3-on-1 because they don't skate back. It's
Yeah.
some players are just not made to play defense
Yeah. So what?
like you.
Well, I mean, I just want that one.
You
So,
did.
so when people say, "Are they lazy?" No, I don't think they're lazy. I think they're waiting for that perfect seam,
Yeah.
that perfect shift, that perfect stride. And I really think people should get off their people's case when they say Alexei Kovalev. Just top of my head, Oh, he's so damn lazy. No, he wasn't lazy. He was highly skilled, and if he's going on a 1-on-5, there's no way he can score. So he would just chop it off. Like, I don't see any problem with that. I really
Yeah.
don't. Like, there's no way when, like, if he has one puck and all his line mates are going for a change, like, why should he expend all his energy when people are just bailing him out or leaving him out to dry?
And
I just
and it's just like back in school, like when we were sitting in math class, like some of us
yeah
didn't understand it, but there's other guys, other people, students who were just they got it like that and understood it
yeah
and they got late, they got bored because that math was just too easy for them,
yeah
right? So
yeah.
like Kovalov, he was one of the best stick handlers and
Oh,
smartest
absolutely.
players ever, right? Maybe
Yeah.
the players weren't just at his level. Just like when you play, we're just not at your level yet, Bush. We're sorry, man. We're just not there.
So when people, I just think when people argue and he's lazy, he didn't love the, no, I don't think they are lazy. I
I think
think
it's
they're too
just
far up. They're too far at a level that, okay,
too
well,
smart. Yeah.
maybe in 3 strides he'll be with me, and then no, he's not. Well, I'll just go dish it off and go line for a line change.
Yeah.
I think that was the case mentally, like with all those players, like Daigle, Kovalev, Alshamsky, Nylander, like Leaf fans, like you have to give him a chance because they're when Nylander gets the puck, he already knows what he's gonna do. It's up to Tavares and Marner to, okay, well, let's try and think what he's going to do and compensate. But oftentimes no one does. So Nylander just gives it away, or not gives it away. He just coughs. He doesn't cough it up. He just shoots it blankly, and but he knows what to do. He knows what the other teammates should do, but they don't do it. So nothing
That's true.
happens.
Yeah.
And
I think
then
they're
and
just
then players like you, pair like Cap, everybody else. Why is he doing that? He's so fucking lazy. Why is he on the Leafs? I said, no, man. Like, if you analyze the play, what they should have done, that's what he wanted the players to do.
and
So,
that's how I am with you, Bush. You're like when you brought that up, first thing that came to my mind is like Good Will Hunting movie. Like you're Will Hunting and you're Matt Damon and I'm Ben Affleck. I'm Chucky Sullivan. And you're the Matt Will Hunting, just a fucking smart math wizard who can solve all the problems.
Chucky Sullivan. What the hell? I thought that was random information. Chucky Sullivan.
I googled I
Okay.
googled it while you were talking, just Good Will Hunting movie, and it came up. Matt Damon played Will Hunting, and Ben Affleck played Chucky Sullivan.
So tell me, folks, like, do you agree with me? Like, do you think when you analyze players that you perceive to be lazy, are they lazy or are they just waiting for that perfect seam?
Yeah, because
And I think they're
they're
waiting.
just that smart, and like right,
Yeah,
their IQ's high, so they know what's going to happen already, even before you get the puck. It's just like
yeah,
chess, right?
yeah.
You always have to think a move or two ahead of time before the actual move you
Oh
make.
yeah,
So you're
yeah.
in that one hundredth Bush, you and all those guys. Bush Hunt, what's his
Which
name again?
one?
Bush Hunting.
Which
You're Matt Damon. I'm Ben Affleck.
Chucky.
I'm Chucky. Not the
Did you
doll
know?
killer, but
Did you know Rip is in that movie?
yeah, he
Yeah.
plays let me look at the character for Good Will
Yep.
Hunting. He plays Billy McBride.
Yep.
And Rip is also in that 70s high school movie, Dazed and Confused.
Disney confused.
I
All
love
right.
that
All right.
movie.
All
That was
right.
a good
Yeah,
movie.
everybody loves that movie. Yeah,
But Ben Affleck's also in that movie.
I know.
Um, yeah, that was a good good question. It's
Mhm.
true though, and like now, like even like my grandson plays U9, and there's kids out there that are far superior, and it just like one shift they'll come out just going around everyone
Mhm.
score 4 or 5 goals a shift. Then the next they just get lazy because it's not that they're
Yeah.
bored, it's just because the competition of play, right? Because they're so far superior
Yeah.
compared to a lot of the other kids. So yeah,
Mm.
you're right. It's not, I don't think it's being lazy.
No.
It's just because they're so far superior and just they're smart. Like Doogie Howser smart.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a good
Yep.
point, good question, good topic. Way to go, man.
Mhm.
You actually
Once in a
do,
while.
yeah, once in
Bazinga.
a while. But Bazinga. Okay,
Bazinga.
this week, Rez Hockey Top 5. Uh with this goes out to all the guys who are coming back Monday after leaving home Wednesday or Thursday to go to a hockey tour. Rez Hockey Top 5 things
I would say
guys do.
Monday afternoon.
Yeah, Monday afternoon, yeah. Rez Hockey Top 5 things guys do when they come home from a tourney. Okay, number 5. Love her up with kisses. So yeah, you
If
just really in other words, you're kissing ass.
yeah.
So number 4, do the laundry, fold the clothes, and put them away. Say you come, yeah, like, you come home Monday afternoon and you do all that before she gets home from work.
Oh.
Uh, number 3 is take the kids on an outing. Take them out for supper Monday night. Give her a
Yeah.
break. This goes along with number 2. Give her bingo money. Night out with the girls. Since you were away all weekend playing hockey, winning money for your family, give her bingo money. And the number 1 for Rez Hockey Top 5 things guys do when they come home from a tourney is make supper and wash the dishes and put
Mhm.
them away.
Yeah.
If those who remember episode 103 when we asked top 5 things guys do before leaving a res tourney, it's the
Mhm.
same thing.
Yeah.
So it's the same answers from last week to this week because guys are going to be doing the same things before they leave and the same things when they come home from a tourney. So
Yeah.
so so good luck to all those guys who are just getting home from a tourney, coming
Yeah.
home from Brandon. So
And good luck to the guys that are just coming home tonight, Tuesday.
I played with guys that who would like they would have girlfriends but no kids, but they would go to a tournament one weekend and it's like, ah shit, I'm in the area anyways, there's a tournament close by, I might as well just go to a buddy's house and stay at his house all week and not go home. So I know a couple of guys that used to do that back in the day. Um our brother Tyler Lavallee, he's he's vacationing in the US. He's doing the Route 66. I don't know if it's Route 66, but he's traveling in an RV with his wife Jessica and kids. And he gave me a surprise. He messaged me like, "Hey bro, Trev, what's your email?" I was like, so I gave him my email. And you know
Yeah.
what he did for us? He wrote down all our guests. He lists down all the answers that the our Res Hockey
Oh, really?
Nish 5 rapper Nish questions. He wrote
Yeah.
down all the answers and he even gave the percentages. So
Oh,
we'll talk about that right now.
okay.
I'm surprised for okay, each episode we ask our guests 5 rapid Nish questions. The first question is baked or fried bannock. And the percentage for fried bannock is 72% and 28% baked.
Oh,
That's
people like the
yeah,
deep
that's
fry.
like almost
Yeah.
3/4. Like you guys like
Yeah.
your oil, your I don't know why I just love my big bannock, man. That's okay. And he messaged, well, I guess there was four people that we didn't ask five rapid Nish questions. They were Brad Lieb, Joe Hicketts, Victoria Bach, and Darren Reed. I don't know why we didn't ask those
Oh,
four, but okay. For our second question, it's if you ever use a bed sheet for a door or curtain, 75% use bed sheets and 25% didn't use a bed sheet for a door or
oh.
curtain. So
So like
that's another
just
three
like air it
quarters.
out.
Okay. Jeez.
Let the world
Are-
watch, I guess.
yeah. Third question or out of our five rapidness questions. Ever see Ernest Muniz live in concert? 28% said they saw him in concert, 6% saw him at the Freddie, and 67% didn't. That's a lot of
Oh,
people.
yeah.
67%. 58 people. I think in total we had 91 guests on the
Yeah.
show out of our 103 episodes. So that's 67%. That's 58
Yeah.
people didn't see him.
But it's also generational too, right?
Yeah, and it's
Like
territorial too, right?
yeah.
Like he's mainly Manitoba.
Mhm.
So our fourth question out of our five rapidness questions, Indian taco or Bannock burger? And 38% said Bannock burger and 57% said Indian taco and 5% said both. What are you? Like, are you a taco
I'm a
Indian taco or Bannock burger?
yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's
I'm
a
the
tough one.
5%.
I like both. I really do.
Silas Neposh said both.
Yeah.
Who else said both? Andrew Ansonen said both. Who else? Eric Roy said both. Hmm. Yeah, just those three said both. Yeah, I'm a both kind of guy. Our fifth and last question is like, can you jig? And 34% said jiggers, 53% said non-jiggers, 11% said think they can after a few, and
Really?
1% had no clue what we were talking about.
Think they can after a few. That's gonna
Leon Denny from out west from Nova Scotia. No, is he New Brunswick? He's
you
from the
said out west.
Maritimes.
You mean
He
out
didn't know
east.
what jigging was. So that's this is awesome. I'll maybe I'll figure out how to post this word online.
Mm.
So thanks Ty for coming up with this
Yeah.
st statistics. So that's really cool, man. Like he listened to all the shows and wrote all the answers down for what we asked. So thanks, man. We really appreciate it.
That's nice.
That's
That's
awesome.
really cool. Yeah. Thank you.
So it's cool. Should we keep asking the same
Yeah.
questions, five rapidness questions, or should we change it up?
I think we should keep going.
Keep it, it's good. I mean, each question represents of who we are as
Yeah.
indigenous people. Of course, we all have eaten bannock our whole lives. We all eat
Mm.
Indian tacos, bannock burgers. We all know people who like the jig. Ernest Muniz, he's king of the north, so everyone likes listening
Yeah.
to him if they have the opportunity. And everyone has used a bed sheet as a door or curtain
Yeah.
sometimes in their
I
life. So
I
it's
still do.
quite, yeah, he's both. Bush, him and I went to Walmart one time and he's like, how do you like these bed sheets? And they were queen size. It's like, they're all right. So he dropped me off at home. Then the next day I went down to Bush's house and freaking guy had him up on his living room window. Bed sheets. So
Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah, those questions like it's a part of who we are, and it's funny.
Mhm.
It's always good to end the interview with a good laugh, and because we love to laugh and joke around as Indigenous people, so it's cool. Um, anything else before we skedaddle? Because it's 11 o'clock your time, and you're yawning. You're probably seeing double by now.
Yeah, it is 11 o'clock. It's not bad. No, I'm good.
You're good.
I just people leave those players that you perceive to be lazy. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
Let them leave them alone because they're gonna. What they're doing is they're waiting for that perfect seam. Like just let them be. Let them skate.
I do that with you, and I end up a -2 in a shift.
Yeah, I know. Except for that one play, that one game against Crow Lake.
Oh yeah, it's all about timing.
Yeah.
Bush hunting.
Yeah.
You got two names now: bush hunting and bush rats. How do you combine the two?
I'm gonna start
One.
calling you Chucky from now on.
That's a good one, Chucky.
I know.
You're probably all surprised, like, how did he know that guy's name?
All of a sudden, he just no. I googled it. Yeah.
Chucky Sullivan. That's
Yeah.
good. That's a good movie though.
Hmm.
All right then. I guess thanks for joining us for episode 104. We really
Yep.
appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us for a bit and talk some hockey and listen to Bush really go deep in thought. So
Once in a while, man. Yeah, I got it.
don't forget we're on Google Podcasts, Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Podbean,
MySpace. Where are you now? And high five.
and we're also on YouTube. So like and
Yep.
subscribe and search. We're on social media. We're at Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Just search Rez Hockey.
Hmm.
Really just like our socials and like our wherever you listen to your podcast and just your support. We really appreciate your support throughout the years, and we'll keep on keeping on just as long as you guys want to listen about us talk about some niche hockey,
Yeah.
some in Indian country. So, with that being said, take care of each other, love each other, and respect each other. And we'll see you next week. And Bush, good luck in court tomorrow. Go
Don't
Convoy.
share water bottles.
Yeah. Go Convoy. Just kidding.
Go. Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna get deported.
He's
No
gonna get
fly
deported
list.
back to Treaty 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on a no fly list thanks to you tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.